Let's now talk about a very important topic when it comes to testing, and that is the test-driven development. Well, what exactly it is? It is exactly what it sounds, development driven by tests. And in order to drive your development by tests, there's one very simple condition that you have to take. You have to simply write your tests before your actual logic implementation. Or even better, in an ideal use case, one developer will write the tests and another developer will write the logic. Well, but let's talk now about the real world projects, big projects that actually bring value, not a to-do app. Well, you saw until now in this course that the code from tests is much more bigger. It's a lot bigger than the actual logic code. Sometimes a few times bigger. Now let's think about a real life project, like a project with 1 million lines of code or even a lot more. Well, nobody will ever write first like 3 million lines of testing code and then to write the actual code base. Nobody will ever do this. In order to actually test your code and to implement test-driven development, most of the time what you have to do, or what a team will have to do, it will have to achieve a working state of the project. Then, only then, they will write tests. This working state of the project is usually called the minimum viable product, or the MVP state of the project. And only then, once the design solutions are taken, once the frameworks are chosen, once the design patterns are in place, only then there's a great point and a very crucial point to add tests at that stage. It is very important to do this at this stage. If the time is limited, at least snapshot tests should be added. If tests are not added at this stage, then later on, when you will have to add new features or fix bugs, you won't have time to add tests because you will have to spend your time fixing bugs. Well, let's now talk about test-driven development. So once we have a minimum viable product, test-driven development, it's a great way when we have to extend our application or fix bugs. When we hear about a bug in our application, what is the ideal state? We have to write a test that will reproduce the bug with its logic. Then we have to write the bug solution. And this brings us to the test-driven development circle. So this is the test-driven development circle, or better said, the triangle, the red, green, blue triangle. Let's say we have a passing state or a stable state of our application. This means that at this point where everything is green, we are able to change or add logic inside our code base. This step will make the tests red or will make them fall. But since we have tests, we should know exactly what is wrong. We can fix them and then we can proceed with this circle until we have all our logic into place. To illustrate this, I've prepared a small exercise in the next lecture in which we will first write some tests and then write the actual implementation.